Get that one. And if all this generation, now that they are creating poor Nigerians, weaponizing poverty, our children, only majority not in Turkey. You go say they for connecting flights, Lagos to Turkey, Turkey to Syria. Only Syria for holiday. You won't do stopover for Turkey. Be to Magdadeshian soon in China. Only slave camp. They go tell you there, say you are inmate number 322,000. We don't capture 320,000 of you. You are 321,000. That's your tag. What I do is you are paying the debt of your grandparents who died in year 2061. This is year 2105. In year 2105, you go see some of your children. They go capture. You see, I'm going to school in. I'm going on. I just got admission in Sweden. Sweden, Bolonlo. You can't do stopover in Germany. Oh, the rush. Oh, le je. Zoom. I want to do create colony of African debt or collateral. A lot of you will be there. So, what you are making today, all these things that some of you are supporting today, you have no idea the implication of that in the future. Plain long bancy, Nigeria no go get anything where they go collect again. To this stage, you come. Immunity. You are a debtor on support immunity. Like what is all this? She beggar they get choice in it. You guys are there, like it means something to me. I won't be here at that time. Before I die, if we don't have Yoruba nation that time, because that's another thing that can save our future, save our children. Now Nigeria get debts. Sure you get now. So Nigeria, where they borrow the money, all of this thing. Once you break them up, okay, may they go Nigeria to pay the debt. Or else, I go right inside my way. If I die without Yoruba nation, I advise you, Emma, don't ever claim any Nigeria, no, only Okweru in the next future. And I won't be here to save anybody. You won't be here. Most of us won't be here. So I'm talking now, you are laughing. This is not a laughing matter. I'm actually really serious. Take it serious, please. The roles and all the activities of these guys and their actions, they are not something that shows to you that some good leadership is coming to fix what? Share on good leadership. Where is that good leadership coming from? The other day, I was reading something just a few hours ago. And it was just a young woman like you. In Abuja, she said she intended to go and share money. Like she wanted to go and do good deed. Like people who are really struggling, people who are trying to make ends meet. And every day in that same inflated country, in that same hard economy, right? They still go out there to try and, trade something. I'm talking about all those street traders, Abi. You see some of them running after cars. When you're wicked, you go OTNC. So this lady said she intended to support and to surprise and support some of these hardworking people because they're hardworking. And then she saw one woman selling PS. You know this PS eBay? Abi Ube? What do we call that? You should get that. Selling PS. And she said, how much is each tray? She said 1,000 naira. Now, she had the intention, right, of sharing 100,000 naira. But she was going to pretend to buy something and say, take 20,000. She intended to give 20,000 naira to 5 people. So whatever she buys from you, she'll give you 20,000. That was her plan. Madam, give me 5. Thank you, customer. Thank you. The next thing, the same way you say you want pity, say this country, these are the people who are supposed to be, they are the most hardworking people, but they get nothing. They make nothing. By the time they say they make this profit or that, inflation has already destroyed it in their hands. It's valueless. So you feel sorry for them that you should, we encourage people not to price things. Don't argue price with them. When you see people on the side of the road, they say, how much is this one? They say 2,000 naira. 750. Don't do that. We encourage Abi, or we're going wicked. I'm not joking. DCC said this trader, that was supposed to be honest enough and just, turn that 5 plates, right? Give me 5. He turned 3. Now hold the plastic bag like this. Like that. Instead of 5, she turned 3 into that plastic bag. Okay? And now pick just 2 pieces. Customer, see you, I'm giving you extra. Thank you so much, customer. She put up 2 pieces. And then she took it to her. She didn't leave her car, but she could see all of her tray and everything in her reverse camera. You know that now, on these cars these days. So she said she now took 3,000 because she saw her and gave her 3,000. And she was like, 5,000. You said 5 now 5. He said, madam, take a look at this screen. Inside her car, she said, take a look at this screen. She now see that her tray was actually positioned in front of the reverse camera. You get that? Like, you could see everything there. Customer, let me go and put the rest then. I said, no, don't worry, madam. Don't worry. It's okay. She drove off. Now, among those people who witnessed that, as she moved forward, she saw one selling plantain. He saw that bunch of plantain. And she was like, okay, I'm going to buy plantain. How much is your plantain? That one said 5,000 naira. That big one, yes. That one, that's the one I want to. Also, yeah, go and put it in my boot. She was going to give him 20,000 naira as well. Like, okay, finally, maybe I will do one. This person swapped the plantain, the big bunch one that was negotiated for 5,000, swap it to the smaller size and put it in the trunk and close the boot. And then as she walked back again to go and collect money, she asked him, why did you switch the plantain? I swear, alone, God is my witness. Why would I would never, God is my witness. The same thing happened to the woman who is selling pears. She was also swearing in the name of her God. God is my, I'm a person of God. I will never do that. Go and ask about me. But when they now show now in the camera that, but look at it. Look at what you've done. Sorry, customer. Maybe I did not count. Bring it. Let me go. And he said, no, madam, it's okay. I'm okay. The same one with plantain. Poor people, you think maybe these ones are poor, maybe they know they fear God or more. It is a country where dog eats dog. That is what Nigeria is. Where criminals like this. See the guy that they just arrested. See him. He actually mingle with the big boys. Mingle with the big boys. Anyway, so Ogun State said that they are sorry. If any of you feel somehow, it was because these people are trying to extort them. Here is what the guys in Arise. This is how they kind of discussed it. Let's share that.
Nigerians have been reacting to a Premium Times report alleging that a French court has authorized the seizure of 3 presidential jets linked to the federal government of Nigeria. 2 of the jets are said to be part of the Nigerian Presidential Air Fleet, which were reported to be put up for sale, while the third is an Airbus 330, which was purchased by Nigeria but yet to be delivered. Well, according to the report, the presidential jets were reportedly seized after an application by a Chinese company whose export processing zone management contract was revoked by the Ogun state government in 2016. A court had awarded about $74.5 million in compensation. I mean, which kind wahala be this? A lot of people have reacted on social media. Let me just take this from Okpeoluwa, who wrote, well, moving forward, if a state must go into an agreement, contract with a foreign partner, it must be sanctioned by the federal government or the OAGF, that's the Attorney General of the Federation. If the agreement must be cancelled, it must be with the explicit consent of the federal government and the OAGF. Which kind wahala be this? That was the tweet that I found. But the federal government at this point is having to, pay for what the state government has, accrued. But we need to hear from the Ogun state government as to the reason why that, Chinese contract was revoked. We also need to hear from the federal government as to what was supposed to have been done in order to avert this sort of embarrassment for Nigeria, according to the news that is being bandied around now.
Yeah, this is an embarrassing story, and I have to give context that this happened in 2016, so it's not the current administration in Ogun State that's responsible for this. However, governance is a continuum. So whether or not it was in 2016, and this is why we keep emphasizing on leadership, because a decision made by a particular administration could have far-reaching effects even down the line, years and years afterwards, and this is what we've seen here. The award of over $70 million as a result of that failed transaction was actually done by an independent arbitrary court, and this was done that they should pay. They were owing because of the way their transaction wasn't honored, and the fact that an agreement wasn't honored according to the contracts that had been agreed by both parties. Years down the line, sometimes we feel that when it comes to judgment and courts, the way we do it anyhow in Nigeria, whereby you can choose to honor or dishonor a particular judgment, you can do it with international bodies. It's not the same anywhere. And so now these 3 aircraft are being held as almost collateral, and the judgment is that until Ogun State honors and pays the bailiff to the tune of about $76 million, they won't release the aircraft. And now the federal government is suffering from a decision and bad judgment by a particular administration. This is not the only thing. Remember the P&ID case? We've had a number of cases like this where we almost bury our heads in the sand and then we have to pay years and years later for it. I can't imagine the interest that's accrued on this over the years, and now we are having to pay. Where is the money to pay for it, OG? This aircraft, the third one you mentioned, hasn't even been delivered. The other 2 went for maintenance. The third aircraft, which Nigeria is reportedly have paid over $100 million, is also being held to ransom as a result of this bad this contract that went so. So like you mentioned, we have to hear from the Ogun State government as to why they didn't, what happened. So we get the true picture of things, but to be honest, the court had ruled. So the court had the opportunity to hear both sides of the story and ruled in favor of Zhangzhun, which is a Chinese company. So maybe let's start paying off the debts. That's just the penalty.
So they've kidnapped
They've
holding them ransom.
They're holding it. They're holding it. Three. Yes. Just like that, Rufai.
Is it the president when they want to go and say?
Well, we don't know. I believe one of them that they said that has not yet been delivered is probably the one in contention. One of them. So they said jet, not yours.
So what we bought in the kidnap?
All right, $74.5 million.
This is not a laughing matter. Somebody said that when they will begin to pick all of us for the debt of our forefathers, they're not going to even let you deplane. You they go Ukraine, you ended up in Shenzhen, in the southeast province of China. They're not going to see you again. See, children, please, if you come across this video, because this particular side of the video will go viral in 100 years' time, and I will be dead, long gone. I am not a prophet. I am living in 2024, and I have witnessed how criminal politicians of this era, so I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the 100 years to come, not you, the viewers for now. Ladies and gents, I'm not Nostradamus. Okay, I lived in the year 2024, and I know you are watching this video in year 2124. This is 2024. So if you are watching this video in 2124, I witnessed how they sold the future. And if you are watching this video from a camp in China, and right now you are wondering, how did you end up in China? Now in Ukraine, you did go. It is because some selfish criminals, they mortgage your future to all different kind of world power. And right now, I don't know the depths, but if you are watching this video in China, we did our best to prevent it. Okay? Thank you. Maybe you should do your best as well to see that, your own children will not end up wherever you are right now. I'm just saying. Because that's the future. This is year 2024. In 100 years' time, they're not going to take plane with these guys and those that are going to succeed them. They will not be confiscating plane. Now, human being, on land, the Lord disappear. I say, no. From here, Rio Kimbe, and your plane will stay like this. Now, from here, you go the plane. Oh, to any land. You know, even go know, go even know where they take you from. They could just say scanning. Because by then we did all this digital, that. If you don't, they don't probably digitalize us in 100 years' time. That the moment you appear and it says Nigeria, po. And this is not funny. And that is why if you have a chance of preventing that, if you can even just imagine that, imagine you have a chance of looking back 100 years' time and you're like, China, sort of like that. Because these guys will borrow from anything and everything, including borrow from the dead, and they have no intention of paying any of that back. And sorry, immunity, bow. They'll just scan you. You know, we are already scanning passports now. You don't even know what is appearing on the screen. You have no idea. You appear at a different airport, transiting that. And they just say, oh, American, they say, oh, she's a British Nigerian. So I want any value that. We'll go take this one to northeast of China. Say, no, I'm not Nigerian, I'm British. You say, no, you are British Nigerian. It shows on your system. You are going to China. Because what about my children? Well, all of you are going to China. But you can stop these criminals without just sitting there and just laugh it off, okay? Because that's the future. Future whereby our children will not have any real education. Yeah, it's already disappearing, isn't it? And thank you to these guys. Let me say thank you to these guys because they are those who believe that if they will arrest them from expressing how disappointed they are in APC, that their current life is not guaranteed, and you are talking about the future that is also stolen. So if you want to arrest them, be prepared though.
Wait. I'm not going to greet anybody today. Ashwaju Tinubu, if you know, say, you want to kill Nigeria, come and kill us first. We are going to do protest. But say, Ogun want kill you. Ikuma pa ye, abololu burukune. You want kill Nigeria. If this president, you know what to do, come out Nana by force.
No.
I be going to punish you.
It's not by force.
We are going to do protest.
Inshallah.
Army, police, soldier, if them burn you well, come stop us for this protest. Since when you come this Nigeria, Ashwaju, everything don't scatter. You want to kill Nigeria? Anytime you say, may we be patient, after we die.
Like how long? How long do you think they can survive it? Now everybody, they feel everyone is feeling it, including the people who are like supposed to be receiving, sort of support from us. Where they beg for money, now then can they feed some people now? They say, bros, how are you? My God. Say, come. I know you are not like that. Now Nigeria turn you to that. Take this 100 naira, buy something. You don't chop. I said, no, I never. So I take this 100. And every time they come here, you bless us here. Now everybody is becoming poorer. Nobody really wants to give anybody any money because there is none. So until it gets to that out of hand, yeah, we can continue to postpone the doomsday. Okay, so here is what the World Health Organization is saying about monkeypox. You've heard about that, right? Now, that's something now that they are declaring as an international emergency. See, I'm not trying to kind of rile you up. You just need to, please, you need to read up more what is going on. And a lot of people are beginning to feel like they better not bring the idea of lockdown again. So they're declaring an emergency on smallpox in Africa. And they said it's spreading so fast. They started from Congo DR. And now they've reported the first case of this monkeypox in Sweden, in Europe. So something that people believe, is spreading and it's contagious. So what happened is that the monkeypox will just begin to bring up this swollen, sort of a pus-like or so on you. Go and read about it. And here is what the World Health Organization had to say about it. Alerting the world. So
today, the emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of Mpox in eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported Mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. In addition to other outbreaks of other clades of Mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Sorry about that poor video, okay? I've been trying to get an extended broadcast from the World Health Organization's president. I've been a general secretary, I've been a director. They shall have all this title. So right now, you have to make sure that you, especially those of us who are Africans, right? I mean, when I say Africans now, I'm talking about those of us who usually order our food from Africa. There are many of us like that who order our food. So just make sure that every food that you are bringing from Africa, they would have done a lot of check before they post them to your house. I understand. But just make sure that you indeed wash them well, very well. Wash your hands a lot as well. And if you begin to see the symptoms of, like drowsiness, weaknesses, and all of that strange, stuff that are so strange to your health, right? Please consult your GP, talk to your doctor. Do not self-medicate and do not enter any panic mode about this. All right? So, you understand? And be say, ewedu leaf. You know ewedu? I don't even know the English of ewedu. Ewedu leaf will not collapse and kill you in the course of trying to say, don't fall for any social media or internet frenzy, okay? Just be very conscious. And then if you observe any unwellness strange to you, don't automatically feel like, and don't say because if you have a bond and then the place swelling up and that is, no. Do not self-medicate, okay? If you observe anything strange, unusual, just talk to a doctor, all right? Let them advise you properly. And if you have it, if you are by any means, if you are living in any sort of identified zones, again, you don't have to sort of panic before you feel safe, okay? Just make sure that you clean yourself all the time. You clean what you are going to eat. If you are all this bushmeat and all of them, you may just do away with them for now. And I know that that is something that is going to be difficult because there are those who are going to have their bushmeat and all of that. From this evening, tomorrow, weekend, it's a day, I beg of you, right? For your own safety, okay? Because from what we heard, it is really, really fatal as well. If you don't, it's like it's gonna run all the water in your body, kind of a thing, right? So it can be very, very fatal. So that is why you should not self-medicate, okay? And you should be careful of what you also read. on social media. Anything that is aggravating your fear about it is not going to help you. Okay? Because what happens is this: all you need is just to be observant. It is just developing. And I hope it won't get to that, it won't get to that stage where panic and the rest. We should have learned a lot from the COVID time. Do not help them share messages that are threatening, stuff that people can't explain. Okay? If you have any question, just ask around. And the best person to speak to is a doctor. Just ask questions from the doctors. It doesn't matter anywhere. I can't advise you more than that. That's what I'm going to do for myself. So here is our man, the man that Nigeria and the establishment in Nigeria are still wondering, what is wrong with this guy?